Zebec Superapp mobile app is in the final testing stage as we continue preparing for its release in Q2 2026. The Superapp means payroll, card staking, payment inside one ecosystem, creating a stronger adoption, higher transaction activities, and massive long-term demand potential for Zbcn coin. Now, this is the kind of catalyst that can completely destroy the Zebec Network, the Zbcn bears and haters, like seriously. Because the super app is what is going to eventually lead to the destruction and reduction of the Zebec Network Zbcn coin circulating supply. The current circulating supply is currently seated at 99.9 billion Zbcn coin. Now, the higher transaction volume we eventually begin to get from the super application usage, the higher the burn rate of this circulating supply for Zebec Network. We're going to be talking about the Zebec price update on the weekly time frame, on the 4-hour time frame real quick. If you're here to like this video, smash the like button, destroy the like button if you haven't already. We are also going to talk about the others charts, the BTC price, and also the BTC dominance chart real quick. Now let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, which is the lower time frame. We are currently trading around 0.0034. We crashed from this high as a result of the BTC price correcting as well. And but congratulations once again, if you entered from this territory, you should have made 24% profit. So the thing is, from what Zbcn price is doing right now, there is a high chance of we getting a reversal for this current correction for Zbcn to the upside. There is a high chance. I think this time around, if we're getting that reversal, we are likely to take out this previous high. The moment we are able to flip that previous high into a support, then you guys can start expecting higher prices for Zbcn coin. If we are not able to do something like this and we lose this low, then you all should get ready to bag more Zbcn when we tap into the 0.0032 territory for Zbcn coin. The loss of this zone, like I've said countless times, is going to automatically push the price to around 0.0027, which is where I'm going to be going massively all in once again for Zbcn coin. So buying and selling like this on the spot market, on the futures market, is what contributes to the, trading volume for Zebec Network. So it's good for Zebec Network. Short-term buying and selling is good. Aside from your long-term hold, which you're keeping for longer period of time, you can as well be trading, short-term trading Zbcn in order to increase the trading volume. Our trading volume is currently down minus 13.2% in the last 24 hours. We currently have a trading volume of $7.1 million. So I think by the time more people begin to buy and sell short-term, we are going to increase the trading volume and you are going to begin to see green here. So the more people that buys and sells Zbcn for the short term and also for the long run, the higher trading volume we are going to get and the higher percentage change, and also eventually it will lead to higher price for Zbcn coin. So that is why I always encourage you guys to take advantage of the short-term price action, short-term volatility, trade it in order to increase our trading volume. Now, for the long run, on the weekly time frame, we are still looking bullish on the MACD indicator for Zbcn coin on the weekly time frame. Aside from the MACD indicator, like I said in the previous video, even if we should get a pullback, it will just be a pullback into the 0.0028 and 27 territory before a reversal, because this is an obvious bullish setup. We've shifted this market structure already, and also we've swept this liquidity already. So I think a pullback is even more bullish to continue the rally to the upside. So yeah, that's that for that. Let's talk about BTC and the rest of the market real quick. Fear and greed index is currently seated at 42%, indicating fear. Yesterday was neutral, 49%. So I think the market is going backward a little bit into the fear territory as a result of the price action of BTC. But I think the most interesting part here is the other chart on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame, which is the entire cryptocurrency market cap, excluding the top 10 cryptos and excluding BTC. We are still looking bullish And as long as, like I've said countless times, as long as we hold above this multi-year trend line, which has held since 2017, we are definitely going to get a bounce sooner or later to the upside. If you're paying attention to the MACD on the monthly time frame for the other chart against the BTC pair, we've already gotten a bullish cross. We got that bullish cross when quantitative tightening came to an end December 2025. I brought it to you guys' attention as well. And if you're paying attention, ever since then, the market have been coiling up gradually to the upside, little by little. Now, it's going to continue like this before we just see a sudden explosion to the upside. So I think the only direction from here is going to be to the upside. The moment that is happening, your altcoin are going to explode. That is just the truth. Now, if we're heading to the BTC dominance on the monthly time frame, the current monthly candle is left with 18 days and 7 hours until it closes. But if you're paying attention, the current monthly candle is almost signaling an indecisive market direction for BTC. So I'm still betting on this monthly candle to end up closing bearishly for BTC, which if that is happening, altcoins are going to get a relief pump to the upside. Now, if you're heading to the BTC price on the 4-hour time frame as well, we talked about this chart in the previous video, and I told you guys the moment we are tapping into this territory, we are likely to get a bounce from there to the upside. But I also told you guys the higher probability setup would be BTC tapping into the $77,500 or $600 and $76,600 territory. That is where I will be looking for a potential long entry on the BTC price. I told you guys exactly what I'm saying now in the previous video. So yes, we can get a bounce. It is very, very likely we could get a bounce from here because this is an obvious support territory. Previous resistance zone now acting as a support territory. That is why we are currently getting this bounce after tapping into this territory. So I won't be surprised if we get a bump from here to the upside, which is also very, very likely, but it is not a high probability setup for me. I would prefer the BTC price to tap into the $77,600 zone before looking for a long position. But if we are heading to the daily time frame for BTC, you will see that it is looking more interesting there. On the daily time frame, it is indicating that we just tapped into a clean resistance zone, which is now acting as a support zone. So we just need to see BTC take out this previous high to begin to expect $84,000. We still have CME gap around that $84,000 territory. So let's see how it goes. And so the moment we are losing this $75,000 for BTC, it will just basically mean that the market have shifted structure. So if you guys see something like this happen for BTC and we get a pump to that territory, it's an indication that the market structure has now changed and you guys can begin to expect further price drop to the downside. It's going to take a lot of people by surprise. And so just pay attention to the $75,000 price level for BTC. And the moment we are able to sweep this previous high, like I said earlier, sweep the previous high, flip that zone into a support, then I think sweeping that previous high is even going to shoot the price of BTC to $84,000 and $85,000 eventually. Even if the correction should happen from that 85K, we might end up beginning to range between $82,000 and $75,000 for BTC. So if the range begins, if we start ranging inside this territory, then it is an indication that altcoins are about to go parabolic. So we are not trying to predict the next move here. We are just trying to react by the time whatever price action we just talked about begin to unfold. A loss of the 75K for BTC, I'll be looking to take a massive short position. But before then, if we tap into the $77,600 and $76,600, I'll be looking to take a massive long position from there to target $84,000 for BTC. So that's that for that.